Alrighty. So welcome to week 3, final week of the meditation program. So my name is Sam. I haven't been introducing myself. I probably should. So I've been guiding these sessions in case this is your first time here. So this week we are going to do a little breath work before getting into the meditation session. So last week was talking about the vision practice. So how when our vision's constricted, that's going to cause us some stress, which sometimes we want, right? When we want to focus intently on something, but more often than not, we want to be able to recognize when we're in this kind of constricted lens and then widen ourselves so we can relax our eyes and therefore relax our brain. So for this week, we're going to do some breathing exercises, and we'll start with the breathing exercise, and then I'll kind of inject these just throughout the meditation as well. So just a little preview. This is going to be, for today anyway, it's going to be box breathing. So maybe we've heard of that. Essentially, it's all through the nose as best we can. If you can't breathe through the nose, you can breathe through the mouth. But we're just thinking of a box in our head. So it's in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. And so this accomplishes a few things. One of them is this kind of vagus nerve response. We've heard of that, the relaxation response. And that's what we've been doing with these extended exhales. So by extending our exhales, we're entering that more parasympathetic nervous system response, which is our recovery relaxation response. The next one is improving what's called our heart rate variability. So if anyone has any like wearables, fitness wearables, that might be a metric that's on those. So heart rate variability is essentially how quickly can we go from high stress to low stress. So in general, depending on the definition, we want a higher heart rate variability. So we want to be able to focus. We want to focus, in other words, stress, and we want to be able to quickly relax when we don't need to be focused anymore. And so these holds on the box breathing induce a little bit of stress, and then we go right into that extended exhale, which is the relaxation. So we're training our heart rate variability in real time as we're doing this. And then lastly, because it's a box and I'm going to be guiding this, but we're having to pay attention to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's inevitably going to train some of our attentional skills and ability to focus. So some of the benefits of box breathing, but let's get right into it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off my camera here. And so for this part, you can be lying down or you can be seated. So the meditation, I've encouraged you to get as relaxed as possible. So you could do that now, or you can stay seated for this part. So it's just all through the nose, and I'm going to be guiding through here 3 rounds. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, hold for 4. So nice and easy, doesn't need to be too intense in any of those parts of the box. So here we go, closing the eyes, all through the nose, starting now. So in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Last round, as easy as you can make this. In, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and breathe normally. So we'll transition now right into the body scan. So if you aren't in the position you want to be in for this, you can go ahead and transition to that. So as mentioned, just simply guiding you through tuning into the sensations of the body, noticing when our mind wanders to thoughts and thinking, emotions, judgment, understanding that's going to happen at times, and just very gently bringing it back to the sensations of the body. I'm going to tune into both sides of the body at once here. Just whatever sensations are there, receiving what's there, not necessarily thinking or looking for anything in particular. Tuning into both big toes, second toes, third toes, fourth toes, and fifth toes. Feeling the top of both feet, bottom of both feet. Feeling our heels, both ankles. Feeling the entirety of both feet. Feeling the entirety of both feet. Energy, pulsing, temperature. Moving up the body and feeling both shins, calves, and both knees, front, back, quads, hamstrings. Feeling both hips. I'm feeling the entirety of both legs. Entirety of both legs. Feeling the sense of contact to the bed, floor, the chair. Feeling any subtle movement, or even feeling the stillness of your legs. Feeling the tingling, gentle vibration. Feeling the entirety of both legs. Feeling both hips, quads, hamstrings. Feeling both knees, front and the back. Feeling our shins, calves. Feeling our ankles and heels. Feeling the bottom, both feet. Top of both feet. Our big toes. Second toes. Third toes. Fourth toes. Fifth toes. Feeling the entirety of both legs. Entirety of both legs. Just noticing when our mind inevitably will wander to thinking. Running it back, the sensations of both legs. staying in the position that you're currently in. Doing another round of box breathing 3 times through, making it very gentle, very easy, as best we can, all through the nose. Starting now, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, final round, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe normally. The box breathing is good for many things, as I described, but one of them being it's really a good barometer for noticing where our attention is placed. If you aren't focusing on the inhale, the hold, or the exhale, that rhythm is going to fall out. So it's immediate feedback of where our attention is. So with that as an insight, let's now go into the upper body, starting with the head and the face, recognizing gently where our attention is in each given moment, bringing it back to the body. Starting to feel the shape of the head, feeling the shape of the head in contact with circulating air around you. And our forehead, left side and right side. Feeling our eyebrows, left and the right. Feeling our left eye, right eye. All of the little muscles behind the left eye. All of the little muscles behind the right eye. Feeling our nose, the tip of the nose. Feeling our left nostril, right nostril. Feeling both nostrils. Noticing the gentle inhale of the breath. Our upper lip, lower lip. Feeling our top row of teeth, bottom row of teeth. Feeling our tongue, the tip of the tongue. Feeling our throat, all the way down the throat. Feeling our left cheek, right cheek, both cheeks at once. Feeling our chin, feeling the entirety of the face. entirety of the head and the face. Just noticing if there's anything in this area where you're holding tension. It's in the brow. It's holding your eyes closed. A little extra effort. Clenching of the teeth, of the jaw. Tuning in the entirety of the face and the head. Transitioning right to another set of box breathing. Just thinking about making this as effortless as possible, especially at the transitions between sides of the box. Inhale to hold, hold to exhale. It goes as seamless, as fluid as possible. Starting now through the nose, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, final round, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and breathe normally. Tuning into the breath, letting it come and go naturally. Noticing the inhale, the exhale. So now noticing as we practice for just a few minutes, without my guidance, if your mind starts to attach itself to thoughts, planning and analyzing, so let your breath provide its own cue, just as I'm providing the body parts, the body scan. Noticing any effort or resistance or struggle. Just tune into the breath in and out for a couple of minutes here on our own. Transition to the front of the body, so the torso, then the back as well. Start to notice the upper chest, the mid chest, the abdomen, finally the pelvic region, flipping behind this bottom, lower back, mid back, upper back, both shoulder blades, feeling the entirety of both sides of the torso. Both sides of the torso. Noticing the slight rise of our chest as we inhale. Slight lowering as we exhale. Allowing your body to perform this action all on its own. Coming back to this idea of stepping back, releasing some control. Breath is a very unique feature of our body in that we can control the breath. It can be voluntary with how it flows, such as in the box breathing. But it's also an automatic process. So we're able to breathe without thinking about it. So called the autonomic nervous system. That's what we're tapping into now. Letting the breath flow automatically. You're just watching it. Feeling the inhale and the exhale. Do nothing to think about, an effort to put forth. So to conclude, to finish with one last box breathing session, maybe just noticing the change in how we've stepped back, allowing the breath to freely flow. Now how we're exerting some control. Becoming nuanced with these processes. Here we go, all to the nose, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Final round, as easy and flowy as possible. In, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe, 1. So you can begin to very gently touch your thumb to each individual finger. Very gentle and delicately to awaken the toes at your own time, coming up to a seated position. Finally opening your eyes. So just as a recap, using our breath to perhaps enter this body scan practice more easily, that can be an advantage of the body scan as well. It kind of gets you into a more calm, meditative, if you will, state of mind. But this can truly be used before work as a means to get ready for a presentation, just kind of calming the nerves, right? It's this focused attention. This is this HRV training that we were speaking of earlier, with a little bit of stress and a little bit of kind of calm inducing effects, all baked into one little practice. So 3 rounds of that, and you can really notice the effects pretty immediately. So that is what I have for you today. If you have any comments or questions on this particular topic, you could send them here or go off mute and ask now or in the channel. But I hope you found this useful. I think this is probably the most applicable of the tools here, in that you can do this anytime. The body scan tends to be closed eyes, right? Relaxed, but this can be with your eyes open, around people, etc. So I will see you back here tomorrow, everybody. Thanks for joining.